Bitcoin is once again becoming the center of attention across the crypto market, and the biggest question everyone is asking right now is simple: can Bitcoin really hit $100,000? Honestly, this is no longer a crazy fantasy target like it sounded years ago. Bitcoin has already proven multiple times that it can shock the financial world with massive rallies. What once looked impossible at $1,000 eventually became reality at $10,000, then $50,000, and later even higher. That's why the conversation around $100,000 has become much more serious now. The reason so many investors believe Bitcoin could eventually reach six figures is because the entire market structure around crypto has changed compared to previous cycles. In the early years, Bitcoin was mostly driven by retail traders and internet communities. But now, large institutions, investment firms, and even some governments are paying attention to the asset. That creates a completely different level of demand compared to older market cycles. Another major factor is Bitcoin's limited supply. Only 21 million Bitcoin will ever exist. That scarcity is one of the biggest reasons people compare it to digital gold. As adoption increases over time while supply remains fixed, many investors believe the long-term value could continue rising. At the same time, Bitcoin halving events also play an important role in price speculation. Historically, major bull runs have often followed Bitcoin halvings because the rate of new Bitcoin entering circulation becomes lower. When supply growth slows while demand increases, prices can rise aggressively. And honestly, market psychology matters just as much. Once Bitcoin starts moving strongly upward, media attention increases rapidly. Social media becomes flooded with bullish predictions, retail investors return, and FOMO begins spreading across the market. That emotional momentum alone can push prices much higher than many people expect. Now let's talk realistically about the $100,000 target itself. In a strong bullish market environment, especially if institutional adoption keeps growing and the global economy becomes more favorable for risk assets, Bitcoin reaching $100,000 is absolutely possible. Many analysts already see it as a long-term psychological milestone rather than an impossible number. If Bitcoin continues building higher support levels and maintains strong demand from ETFs, institutions, and retail investors, the path towards six figures becomes much more realistic over time. But that doesn't mean the journey will be easy. Bitcoin is still a highly volatile asset. Even during strong bull markets, the price can experience massive corrections. We've seen drops of 20%, 30%, or even more happen multiple times before major rallies continue. That's why patience becomes extremely important in crypto investing. Another thing investors need to understand is that macroeconomic conditions matter now more than ever. Interest rates, inflation, government regulations, and global financial uncertainty all influence Bitcoin's movement. Unlike the early years, Bitcoin is now deeply connected to broader financial markets. There are also risks. If governments introduce stricter crypto regulations, if institutional demand slows down, or if global markets enter a recessionary phase, Bitcoin could struggle to maintain bullish momentum for longer periods.